Hey everyone, this is George Clarke with Outdoor ProWash in Nashville, Tennessee. Um, do pressure washing, and this here is a Downstream injector, a chemical injector, and what we have problems with these from time to time, and it's good to kind of be familiar with what's going on and what's inside right here, because this is really where all of the working parts are. Right inside this fitting, you have a ball, a spring, and an O-ring. And one of the things that happens in our case, we do have a truck where we don't use the injector very much, but it's still in the system. And the over time, the ball can get seated into the O-ring. You could simply take something small like this and just push that out of there, and you see how there's a little spring action right there. So you know your ball's not stuck, because that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a little pressure up against the O-ring, but it's not so supposed to be so much that when you have the negative pressure or the suction, you can't have so much that it won't suck the chemical in. So this right here is just like it needs to be. But what I wanted to do is just show you what's inside here, so you can know and be familiar with it and the order. You know, if you take this apart real fast, you know, this part, there's a spring. This stuff can fly out. You're not going to know how to put it back in there, right, if you didn't get a good chance to see what it looked like. So that's why I wanted to show you this. So here we got this. You see the ball right there? It just popped out. So, you know, so you got an O-ring that's inside right here. See the brown? You may not be able to see it really good. There's a brown O-ring in there. I'll show you in just a second. And then right here we have the ceramic ball. Some have stainless steel balls. I like the ceramics. I don't have all the problems with them deteriorating. But there could be a situation where maybe the ball got a crack in it, which would create a unique situation. So you never know. Sometimes if you change out the ball, you can buy these kits from, you know, the various suppliers online or local. I don't know if the local people carry that something like that. They should, because it's very useful. But right here you can see, I'm looking, the O-ring's kind of malformed a little bit, which could explain, you know, from what we do, could explain the, you know, causing it, if it would, you know, that would cause it to stick, because of the O-ring is actually not round anymore. It's more square. And if you look, it's kind of beveled right there. I dropped it and grab it. Okay. But like you would see, see how the ball is fitting in there. If it gets in there, it would stick. See? Now if we flip it over, you can see the ball is just not going to, it's not going to go as far in there. You can't see it. And that's the original, you know, that's closer to what the original O-ring is going to look like. How you're going to see it. This one's just been in there for a while. And you see how it goes in there, and that'll make it stick. So, I mean, like I was showing you, you can pop it out and you'll get by like that pretty good. But it is a good sign that your O-ring is wearing out if you have that problem. A lot of people, when they have problems with their O-rings, when they have problems with their injectors, if they're smart, they'll have a spare, or they'll just change them out. But if you have a bunch of old ones laying around, it's not very expensive to fix these. So hopefully you learned something from that. But we're going to put this, I'm just going to put this together. I'll replace this whole kit later on. But I just wanted to take an opportunity to show you guys other pressure washing people out there. And this video will be good for employee training too, so they know what to do out in the field, and not, I'm having a little trouble getting that in there, but not to have, you know, so they are familiar. Not, last thing you want is your guy out there and having him out there taking it apart, losing the spring and everything, and not knowing the proper way how to put it back together. So this can help with that. So we'll put the spring right in there. I've seen this port down in here. There's a groove right there where that spring goes in. I've seen those wear out before from the spring not being in there properly. This one looks good, so we'll just put the spring back in there. The ball, and it just sits right on top of the spring like that. And just put it back together. Get the little bounce. See a little bounce right there. So spring's good and working. There you go. Again, I'm George with Outdoor ProWash, outdoorwash.com. Have a good day.